What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the AK Show with your boy AK the Ref. How is everybody doing on this Saturday? Welcome to the AK Show. You know how we do, but you have officially made it to the weekend. There that are listening to the YouTube station. And you know how we do on this show. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button that's popping up. Subscribe, like, comment, share. I really do appreciate it. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which I don't know if it's doable, but I got to set a lofty goal. So if we don't reach it, we're going to keep pushing. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We're here on a Saturday. We weren't here last week. Last week was busy, really busy. Started right into coaching girls basketball. Literally, football ended Monday was our last game. Well, not this past Monday, Monday before. We had a football game and also tryouts for the basketball team. So spent some time there and then went to the game. And then the next day there was more tryouts. And then the third day of tryouts. And then 2 practices. And then practice all this week. So it just transitioned from one to the next. I had to get adjusted. I was like, there's no in between, like a week break, even a couple of days, and I was right into it. But we're here. We're here this week. We're here to get it. A lot happened since the last time I've been here. So the Chiefs made a trade. The Ravens lost to the Browns. Agatha all along, 2-episode finale just came out on Wednesday. And what else happened? Man, I don't even know, to be honest. Half the time, I don't even know what week it is. I don't know what day it is. Sometimes I don't even know what month it is. That's how busy I am. It's like, go to work, then go to practice, come home, pick up youngest from ballet, and then study for real estate because I got to take the other course before I can get my license. And then it's like, go to bed. And then in between there, I mean, really, during the week, it's like, it's a blur. It really is. It's a whole fucking blur during the week. It's just busy. And then on top of that, wrestling too. Had a show this past Tuesday. It was God, it was great. It was great. I haven't worked in a while. I just been busy. And then we get to the weekend and it's like, I'm fucking tired. I don't really want to. It's a lot. But we had a show here on Tuesday. It was nice. It was a packed house. It was at Guitars and Cadillac. It used to be called Kanza Hall back in the day before COVID shut it down, but then they reopened. Then they booked a wrestling show there. It was the Anarchy to Journey, so Anarchy's second show in Kansas, and it was off the hook. I was like, I didn't know if this was going to be a one-time thing, but apparently it's not. It's going to be a multiple-time thing, and I'm happy. They said it on Tuesday, so I'm gonna say here, Journey to Anarchy or Anarchy to Journey. It's a code thing because that's how it first started. Before Journey Pro became a thing, Anarchy came and did a show. Anarchy, if you don't know what St. Louis Anarchy is, out of St. Louis, they came and did a show at Kanza Hall and then announced a new promotion from that called Journey Pro Wrestling. This is all Kansas City. And then we ran on Thursdays once a month at a Kansas Hall for Journey Pro. And then COVID happened, shut that down. And then Journey Pro came back at like Journey Pro 2.0. And then we had that last show, 2021? I don't remember. It was like right before then. It was like in December. It was like December 30th or some shit like that. I don't remember if it was 21 going to 22 or 22 going into 23. I know we had that, and then Journey shut down. And now Anarchy ran a show this past Tuesday at the old place that Journey used to run at. And now they have it's like a cross promotion. It's like Anarchy to Journey or Journey to Anarchy. I forget which one it is. I apologize. But we had that show. So now they're going to continuously run there. I don't know how often, But I do know the next show for Anarchy the Journey is going to be in February. And it's going to be on a Sunday. It's not going to be Super Bowl Sunday. I know that much. Don't know the exact date, but I know it's not Super Bowl Sunday, but it will be a Sunday, which I'm not mad at. Sunday fun day. I mean, hey, it's better than have to run on a Tuesday. I was actually surprised at how many people showed up. I was excited. I was like, oh, yeah. And on Sunday, they'll show up. If you're going to run on a Sunday, though, it should be like 4 or 5 o'clock. 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Show's done. And for 3 hour show, if you run at 5, it's done at 8. Instead of running at 7. I think if you're going to run on like a Sunday, it should be in the afternoon. Like early afternoon. Somewhere between starting at 3 or 5 o'clock on a Sunday. Because, people do got work. I mean, even on Tuesday, but you can't really get a 5 o'clock show on a Tuesday because most people work during the week. So it's understandable that a show during the weekday is at 7. But like on a weekend, especially Sunday, everybody's mostly at home. Nobody's really at work. Everybody goes back to work on Monday. Have that show like 4 or 5 o'clock. And that way it's done by 7, 8 o'clock. And then they can go home, get ready for the night, enjoy the rest of the night. Hell, even 3 o'clock. Now, I know that we have to be there earlier than normal, but I don't mind that. Like, even when I'm working like Glory, because they run on Sundays in St. Louis, they have like 3, 4 o'clock bell time, which I fucking love. Yeah, I gotta wake up earlier to get there, but I get home at a decent time. And then I can get home, relax, watch some TV, and then go to bed. Instead of like a 7 o'clock show ends at 10, I'm getting home like at 1. And then I get up in a couple hours. So if you're going to run on Sunday, please, 4 or 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock at the latest. 5 at the latest. You'll make fans happy, wrestlers happy. But it was a great show. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was great. It was great seeing some old faces from Anarchy because I haven't been able to work Anarchy really because they run on Fridays in St. Louis. And now I'm full time. If I used to be not full time until I got hired this year. It is what it is. Man, what else? Agatha all along. I'm just gonna say this about it because I don't know if everybody's watched it or not. I mean, I think you have a week. It hasn't been a week, but I will say this is what I'll give this. That's what I give Agatha all along. 2-episode season finale. We give it a round of applause. We give it another round of applause. To me, that's how good that was. That was great. I enjoyed every bit of it. The surprise at the end. Oh man, my daughter didn't like it. She thought it was stupid because she wanted one thing to happen and it didn't, which I didn't think was going to happen at all. But it would have been cool if it did, but it didn't. But I was for the shock that happened and the twist. There was a twist in there, and I was like, "What? No, she didn't." I thought it was great, and then it sets up for a season 2. It sets up for season 2. I fucking enjoyed it. Like, I'm not giving any spoilers, but please go watch it. If you've been watching it, I hope you've watched it. I'm not trying to give away any spoilers, except that I thought it was great, and there was a twist that I didn't see coming. I was like, "Oh my god, I fucking loved it. I loved it. That's all I gotta say on that. I fucking love it. Like I said, I love anything Marvel does, and I mean, shit. I don't sit here and complain about anything. I get where my daughter was coming from. She wanted one thing to happen and didn't, but I didn't expect that to happen because mountains crush people and usually kill them. If you know what I mean, that's a little hint. But other than that, I'm just looking forward to whatever Marvel has coming out, especially in February, where you get Captain America. Was it Brave New World? I can't wait for that. Oh yeah, definitely gonna go. I have this Captain America blanket I bought at FYE. It was like on sale. It's like one of those little fluff blankets that they sell at the fucking store. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take that with me when we go watch Captain America in February. Best believe I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna fuck. This is a blanket that I use when I sit on the couch, just throw over me and be like, and watch TV in. I mean, we have all types of blankets. I got cheese blanket. My wife has like 85 blankets over here. Like, it's like one of those, what do you call it? Throw blankets. It was a throw blanket. I was like, buy one of these. My daughter has like a Godzilla one, and she has a Black Panther one. My other daughter has the fucking Harry Potter one. Actually, hers is a bigger, fluffier throw blanket. But I was like, buy one of these. Hell yeah. And Captain America, it's the one with Sam Wilson on it. That's Captain America. So yeah, you're allowed to have stuff. Fuck. There's people that collect the little, I forgot what they collect action figures. I got action figure over there from Star Wars. So what are we talking about here? We can have blankets. It's okay. Fuck, it's a blanket. It's not like I go around and carry it, like have it around the house, sit on the couch, I use it. You best believe I'm gonna take it with me when I go watch Captain America. Why? Because I'm a nerd. I'm a Marvel nerd. We're all nerds in some way. Even sports people are nerds as well. Because you're in deep in sports, you're a nerd about it. Okay? Let's not get the shit twisted. I'm pretty sure there's other people out there in my age that have some type of something. But I have a blanket. It's not like I said, I'd buy more. I go to FY, like I go to those stores, I look for all that type of shit. I mean, they got a throw blanket and it looks cool. I can bring that shit home. That shit, like, fucking use it on the couch, throw it over, watch some TV, eat some popcorn, watch a movie. A movie night. Hell yeah. We here. But all I want to get into today is I want to discuss a little bit about the Chiefs and their trade for D-Hop and some other stuff that just bothers me about the way the media just goes about the Chiefs and whatnot. So let's get into the D-Hop trade. I like the trade. I mean, we knew something was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be D-Hop. I really didn't. I didn't think that was a possibility. And then I had heard there had always been stories that he had like knee issues and injury, and that's like you want to take somebody that's a little bit older and has knee trouble. But from what I heard, I was listening to Sports Talk Radio, and they had somebody on that was in Tennessee covering the Titans, and they're saying that injury wasn't really injury. That was just him because he was on a bad team and he didn't want to play. And so, if that's the case, cool. That puts me at ease a little bit because I know D Hop can still go out there and ball, but when you have somebody with a knee issue, you kind of take like, is he gonna last the whole season? But if that's the case, that puts me at ease because I know D Hop can ball. All these people out here saying he's washed and whatnot. Look who the fuck he's been playing with as his quarterbacks. He ain't had nobody since Deshaun Watson, since he was in Houston. Where did he go? Then he went to Arizona, where he had Kyle Murray, and Kyle Murray's like he's not that guy. And then he goes to Tennessee, and look who he has throwing the ball. Like, it's just the average Joe quarterback. But now he gets to come and play with a real quarterback in Pat Mahomes. So you're going to see DeAndre Hopkins be DeAndre Hopkins. And even my brother-in-law, when we were talking about in our fantasy group chat about the D-Hop trade, I was like, I like the trade. And then he's like, he's washed. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's washed. I don't need DeAndre Hopkins to come here and get 10 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown every game. I need him to come in here and get, those 2-3 important catches to seal the game. If we need a first down to keep this drive alive, I need that catch. I need that catch over here. I mean, we need that catch in the red zone to get that one touchdown that seals the deal. Or to get that catch that seals the first down, seals the game over. We need that type of player. I don't need DeAndre Hopkins to come in here and get 10 for 120 in 2 tubs. We don't need that. I just need him to get those clutch catches. That's what I need. And if he has 4 catches and 2 of them are clutch to keep a drive alive, and the other 2, maybe one of them is to score a touchdown, and then another one's to just put the game away on a first down, that's what we need. And that's what we need. And he's got veteran leadership. And he said he's washed. And then I told him, we don't need him to do this. We just need him to get clutch catches. And then he said he never gets open. I'm like, What is open to you? And then I watched on ESPN, and they were talking about people saying he doesn't get open. Well, he is open. You just got to throw him the ball because he's a 50-50 ball guy. And they're saying you throw up a 50-50 ball, for him, it's 70-30. It's a 70% chance he'll catch it. He is open. You just have to throw him the ball. He's never going to be like, he doesn't have this blazing speed like Tyreek Hill or Xavier Worthy, where he's just going to be wide open. He's a guy that can go up and get the ball. And I've seen him do it. I remember this one catch in Houston, threw up the ball to him. He turned around and just snatched it out of the air. I was like, damn. So he is open. So when my brother-in-law said he doesn't get open, no, he's open. You just got to throw him the ball. And in the Raiders game, I was like looking at him running routes, and I was like, throw him the ball. He's got one-on-one coverage. I don't think Mahomes knows that yet, and that's going to take some getting used to. So and they have time before the playoffs start to get that camaraderie, to get on the same page. Be like, oh, let me just throw him the ball, put it in a spot he can go get it. He's got a good chance of getting that 50-50 ball because it's not 50-50 for him. For him, it's 70-30. So when you're saying he doesn't get open, he is open. You just got to throw him the ball. But at the same time, he's been playing with some average Joe quarterback that can't get him the ball like that. So now he's going to come into this offense. He's going to learn. As the season's going along, he's going to be in there more and more snaps. And then you're going to see, even Mahomes said in his press conference, he said, I saw him, I just got to throw him the ball. And he's like, okay, now I understand. Now they'll get on the same page. I'm excited to see what happens this Monday night against Tampa Bay because I think you're going to see a lot more opportunities for D-Hop to go in there and make those type of catches. And then people can see him be like, oh, that's what he does. Because some you have the speedy wide receivers who can run quick routes and get open and pass their guy. But then you have possession wide receivers that can go up and get the ball. He's one of those guys that can just go up and get that 50-50 ball. And he has a better opportunity of getting that than most people. Because now it's a 70-30 ball. Because they were talking about that. And be like, he is open. You just got to throw him the ball. He's never going to be separation open. But he's going to run good routes. He's going to be there. He's going to be in position. That if you throw that ball up there, he's going to go get it. And there's a good chance he comes down with it. So he's never going to have this separation gap that people expect to happen in the NFL all the time. You do realize the other team practices and gets paid to play as well, and they have good players as well. And not everybody's got Tyreek speed. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be times when, like Larry Fitzgerald is a good example. He didn't have blazing speed. He ran good routes. And he put himself in position to where Kurt Warner, at that time when playing with him, could throw him the ball and he'll catch it. You have possession wide receivers. You have guys that just go up and get the ball. And they don't need a lot of separation. There's those type of wide receivers. And I think people forget that there's more than one type of wide receiver. There's a speedy one. And then there are ones that put themselves in a position to go and get those 50-50 type balls. To be a possession receiver. You might not get a lot of yak, but that's okay. If I could throw it up to him, he can catch. Because, like I said, I remember this one play in Houston. I think it was against us. We were playing him. He just ran down there. Guy was on him. He went up, caught the ball, came down. I was like, God damn. Why can't our receivers do that at the time? And this was wild. This is when he was still at Houston. And we were playing him.
I didn't understand.
No, nobody's talking to you. But yeah, he's going to be that guy that goes up and gets those type of balls. And then he's going to be the guy that can make a clutch catch to keep a drive alive or to seal the game and take some pressure off of Travis Kelce. Because now, okay, you got Worthy who can go down the field. You got Kelce who can be Kelce, but now you got to worry about D-Hop. You can't put all that coverage on Kelce. And that helped in the game against the Raiders. What did Kelce have? 10 for 90? 10 for 90 all of a sudden? One play, he crossed over the middle and already went down to a knee to catch the ball because he assumed he was going to get hit. And then he looks up and there's nobody in 5 yards of him. He's like, what? I'm just going to run this way. He picked up another 5 yards. Because usually in that moment, that's when they're all surrounding Kelce. He catches the ball, braces for the hit. He was on the knee. He's like, nobody's over here? Why did you think that happened? Why do you think all of a sudden we get D-Hop and Kelsey has 10 for 90? Because now they have to respect D-Hop. Listen, you can't just listen to what fans say. A lot of them don't know football. Right? Some of the media people don't know football. Players know football. People have played football. And if you watch football and you understand it, do you understand D-Hop is still a threat? He's still a threat, and you have to respect him. Defenses have to respect him. No longer will be the rest of the season where they're, putting a cloud coverage with 3 people around Travis Kelce. No, they got to take one of those people. Now they got to put some attention on DeAndre Hopkins. It's no coincidence that Kelce had 10 for 90. Kelsey's Kelce, but it's hard to get that when you got 3 people paying attention to you. The other guys are eating, but now it's like more people are going to eat. Now we got to put somebody over here. We got to worry about this. We got to worry about this. We got to worry about Worthy. Hardman will come in here and get some. Watson will come in here and get some. Gray will come in here and get some. And then when that's happening, we still got Kareem Hunt to deal with. And probably within the next month, Pacheco will be back. And Shamaj P. Ryan out here catching passes too and scoring touchdowns. Oh, and then when the playoffs start, we get Hollywood Brown back, who's going to be fresh. And now we have him, D-Hop, Worthy, Kelce, Pacheco, Hunt, Gray, Watson, Hardman. Tell me. And we running the ball. Don't forget about the run game. Oh, and then let me go on the other side of the ball. The best defense in the league. The best defense in the league. That's a fact. They don't give up anything on the run. I don't care who they playing. They don't give up anything on the run. So tell me, D-Hop's a great addition for the offense. And when we start getting healthy and we start clicking, people better watch out. People better watch out. I'm just saying. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to finish up on the other side with some of this nonsense I hear on TV all the time. So we'll be right back. Yo, and we are back here on the AK Show. Thank you for tuning in. So let's wrap this up. So I've been hearing all this nonsense on television about other teams. And I feel like the Chiefs get no respect from the media. On these talk shows like ESPN First Take, from other media people, NFL Live, whatever the case, Ryan Clark, Cam Newton, I know if I watch First Things First with Nick Wright, he's always going to show the Chiefs love because he's from Kansas City. But it's the thing that bothers me with all of this nonsense is they're always trying to crown somebody else and pick this team or that team, It's always a team. Every week, it's always somebody new, right? It's the Ravens. Well, they lost to the Chiefs, right? But it was by a toe. Cool. The Ravens go play. They lose to the Raiders. We beat the Raiders. That didn't matter. I know that the loss to the Raiders happened earlier and then our win to the Raiders happened this past week, but they still put the Ravens on this pedestal. Lamar Jackson's playing outside his mind, right? He's playing outside his mind. Well, he has to because his defense is not that great. But then they go ahead and lose to Cleveland Browns. Okay. Well, now it's Detroit. Detroit up here balling. They got a 2-headed running monster game. Jared Goff is playing great. And then I'm like, are we just going to gloss on those 2 games where they had 2 blowouts? Right? Because they're 6-1? So I went back and looked because they talk about the Chiefs don't blow anybody out, right? Chiefs don't put up a whole bunch of points, but nobody puts a whole bunch of points on them, right? And then the Lions have these 2 big victories, blowout victories, one against the Titans. Let's not forget that, right? One against the Titans. And then there was another one against the Panthers, right? Can I get that right? There was one. There was the Titans and the Cowboys. Yes, the Titans and Cowboys. They blew them out. The Titans. They blew out the Titans. Congratulations. You blew out a bad team. You blew out the 52-14. Congratulations. Then you blew out the Cowboys 47-9. The Cowboys lose to everybody. Congratulations. But then I look back and they're talking about, the Lions are probably the scariest team in the NFL. Are scarier than the Chiefs. I look at their games. Aside from those two games, I looked at the rest of their games. They had one loss against Tampa Bay. It was a one-score loss, 20-16. And then I looked at their other 4 wins before the blowout. Before the blowout, the 2 blowouts. I guess you could say the Seahawks was a blowout game. It was 42-29. It's a 2-score game. But then I looked, they won against the Rams 26-20 in overtime. It's a 1-score game. They lost to the Bucs 20-16. It was a 1-score game loss. They beat the Cardinals 20-13. That's a 1-score game. Right? And then the Vikings, they beat a 1-score game. 30-29. It was more than 1 score against the Seahawks and Lions. And then they had the Titans and the Cowboys. They blew them out. What are we talking about here? They don't. They talk about like the Lions are doing all this and that. And then I look at the scores and I'm like, 3 of their victories, or 3 of them are like 1-score games. But everybody talks about the Chiefs. Not scary. Their offense is not scary, And so I don't understand it. I won't get it. At first it was the Ravens. They lost to the Raiders and they still put them up there. No, the Ravens are still good. But then they lost to Cleveland. Right? And that's the division game. Right? I get that. Those are harder. Division games are. I'll get to that in a minute. But then, they lost to that. They already lost to us. So I'm still trying to figure out why they were pushed before this loss to Cleveland. They were still pushing this narrative that Lamar is playing best football ever. Motherfuckers just said that last year, and then we get to the playoffs, and what the fuck happened? Fuck happened. Plus, they really gloss over the fact that we beat them already. And they lost to the Raiders. And then they lost to Cleveland. I'm sorry. Yet Lamar and the Ravens are not it. Lamar has to play Superman. When he doesn't win, he always throws his helmet. I'm like, you can't be doing that as a quarterback. I understand. You don't see Mahomes do that a lot. I've seen him do it every couple times here and there. But it seems like Lamar does that shit all the time, every time he loses to a team he doesn't want to lose to. But you can't be showing that type of. I don't know. I get it, but I feel like he does it all the time. But now it's the Lions. And I'm just like, well, 2 of their victories are blowout. Other team they won against the Seahawks was like, what, 29-42? I mean, the Titans and Cowboys, they're bad teams. Seahawks are decent, so I'll give them that. But the other ones were 1-score games. And then they had the loss to the Bucs. So I'm trying to figure out why they're so scary. Can anybody tell me that? Is Goff that guy? I get Goff took Rams to the Super Bowl, and he was in the NFC Championship game last year. But at the same time, it's like, is he that guy? Come playoff time, is he that guy you're going to roll with? If he did make it to the Super Bowl and win against the Chiefs, you taking Goff? You taking Goff over Mahomes? Not even over Mahomes, you taking Goff over our defense? Come on now. Our defense shuts down everybody. Let's be real about it. Our defense shuts down everybody. And that's one thing I think people gloss over too. Teams are not putting up 38 points. It's funny when people go around saying like, well, the Chiefs offense can't keep up with these other offenses. They don't fucking have to. They don't have to, because nobody's going to come up here and put 50 points on us. Nobody's going to put 38. Nobody's putting 30. What the fuck are we talking about here? People go into this fucking thing and talk about, oh, well, the Chiefs offense can't score 30, so if you just score 30 on them, you'll win. Who the fuck has scored 30 on us this season? Not a goddamn body. Are you fucking with me? You on TV talking about like that. And some of these are former players. Like, what are you doing? Are we just getting on here just to say shit so people can comment and watching? But you make yourself look stupid when people keep coming on here on television and saying this shit. That all you gotta do is put up 30 on them and Chiefs gonna be able to score. Hello? Did you forget about our defense? Huh? You look stupid and foolish. You just sound stupid. You sound ignorant. I'm just going to be real with you. We haven't lost a game since after the game after Christmas last year. And you think teams are just going to come up here and put 30 on us? Okay. I'm done with you people. See, this is why I don't like watching these shows. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs use this shit as motivation. I would too. The only show I pretty like watching is the Facility and First Things First, because Nick Wright, I used to listen to him when he was on 610 Sports back in the day. Now it's 96.5 the Fan on the FM. But I remember he used to be on at night, and then he slowly worked his way. And then he moved to Houston, and then he got on TV at Fox Sports. And I was like, Nick Wright out here doing big. So I always fuck with Nick Wright. Some people don't like him. That ain't got shit to do with me. I still fuck with him. He's from Kansas City. He a homer. I'm always going to listen to homers. And I like listening to the Facility. Now they changed it up. They used to be on Speak. They're still Speak, but then they started their own show. And Shady's always giving love to the Chiefs because he knows what's up. He used to play for the Chiefs. He played for Andy Reid. He knows what the fuck is up. But it just boggles my mind that, like, people think teams are just going to go out here and put up 30 on the Chiefs. When the fuck has that happened this season? All you got to do is score 30 or more and you'll beat the Chiefs. No. Motherfuckers ain't coming here to score there. The most we got scored on this year is what? The Bengals? What is that? The Bengals? 25. 25 points is the most scored. We shut down everybody's fucking run game. So what the fuck are we talking about? Ryan Clark, what are you talking about? The Ravens are the scariest team. Cam Newton, what are you talking about? Anybody that is picking these other teams and saying all you gotta do is this. When the fuck does that happen though? Until it does, not more than once. It can't just happen once and all of a sudden, oh, they're the new one, the new team. That's the team. I need to see it multiple times. But it doesn't. It doesn't fucking happen. We don't need to blow teams out. You know how hard it is to win in the NFL? It's fucking hard. We don't need to fucking score 30. We have a great defense. We're a balanced football team. And we're not even playing our best on offense. And you still keep saying other teams are scarier right now. Oh, my God. It's mind-blowing to watch these people day in and day out talk about all the Chiefs are not the scariest team. Now you have the ones that do say you're crazy if you're not picking the Chiefs. But to say that the Ravens or the Lions or the Bills are more scary than the Chiefs is just asinine right now. And you know damn well the Chiefs' offense is not playing up to its potential. And it has injuries, and they're still finding ways to win. What are we talking about here? What are we doing? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm in the fucking Matrix. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Fuck shit. One more point I want to make before I get out your hair. And then I got one final question that you'll be able to answer. You have to answer in the comment section. But division games. I will say this. I don't think I've ever said this on here before. But I'm going to say this. I always say this. Division games are always hard. They'll always be hard. No matter how bad one team is and how good the other team is. You have to understand, especially in football, baseball, basketball, you play these teams multiple times a season. In football, you play a team twice. Now, let's take the Raiders and the Chiefs. That was a tough game. I didn't expect it to be a blowout. Why? Because it's a division game. They're coming out, like every other team comes out, they want to beat us. They want to beat the best team. They want to beat the big dog. They want to beat the big dog. And the Raiders, they want to beat us because they beat us on Christmas. That was the last time we lost. And it's a rivalry game. And there's always going to be that. No matter how bad one team is, or how good the other team is. It will always be a tough game. Anytime the Chiefs play a division game, I never expect a blowout. Why? This is a fucking division game. It's a fucking rivalry game. You got to understand, when you play a team twice a year, you know that team. And you can even go back a few seasons. Because Patrick Mahomes has been on this team, he drafted 2017? and then started 2018. Andy Reid's been this head coach. They've ran that same fucking offense. Kelsey's been here just for that time as Mahomes has been the starter. But you got to understand, these teams could go back that far. Now, the personnel has changed. That scheme has not changed. Don't act like the offensive scheme has changed. It hasn't. It's been the same since Mahomes has been a starter. So teams have all this data and analysis and film that they could go back all the way to 2018 if they want and pick up clues about what Mahomes does, how to aggravate him, how to get him uncomfortable. Oh, he likes to do this, or he likes to do this. They can find tendencies. They can go back and find tendencies for Kelsey. Why? Kelsey was playing back then too. They have all this data and analysis. And if you play a team twice a year, every year, and they keep most of their core players, you can go back and look at 3-4 seasons ago of film and analysis, and guarantee they have all that stored somewhere in a system, on a computer, in the cloud. And they will go back and be like, okay, this is what they did. Oh, you don't think Crosby goes out there and watches film before he even got drafted and go back some years to watch film and pick up tendencies and find out what makes Mahomes tick? What can I do to making it uncomfortable? That's what I don't think people understand that. There's so much film and data, especially if you've had 4 guys and the same coach in place, like Andy Reid and Mahomes and Kelsey have been there for years. All I got to go, and they run the same offensive scheme. Now, on the other side of the ball, Spags has been here a while. You go back and watch film about how Spags goes about his defense. They have all this data. Why? Because they've kept the same core people together, players and coaches. This shit ain't changed. That's why division games are hard. You play a team twice in the same year, it's hard. Imagine playing that team twice, and then you got to play them again in the playoffs. That's even harder. Because if we got done playing you, we already know what you do well right now. And if they want to, they can go back a few seasons too and look at data and analysis and film. That's why, to me, division games are always the fucking hardest to do. Teams know you. They know you. They know each other. That's why it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. It's a division game. It's a rivalry game. But that's why I think people fail to realize. They expect us to go out there and just blow out the Raiders. No, that's not going to happen. When we play Denver, it ain't going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game. Denver might get one on us. I don't know. Maybe. We still got to play the Chargers again. We still got to play the Raiders again. I know those are going to be tough games. If a blowout happens, great. But I don't expect it. Anytime we play a division opponent, I don't expect a blowout. I expect a tough physical game. And that's what we got against the Raiders. And we won. And we came out on top. Why? Because we are the better team. We should win those games. We should. And we did. Yeah, we had to grind it out. It is what it is. That don't mean anything. This is the NFL. I think people forget the other team gets played to play too. And they do have good players on the other side of the ball. Division games will always be tough. Anytime your team plays a division game, don't ever expect a blowout. Especially if one team's bad. Because they're going to come to play that day. I guarantee. Again, you might get one of those games, division games, that'll be a blowout. But I guarantee you, those games are always going to be close. Promise you. 95% of those games are always going to be close. Because they know each other. That's what division games and rivalry games are. But that's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I know I went off on that motherfucker. I just sick of people just watching on TV and just talking nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's nonsense. But don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the share button. I do have a question for you. When is it appropriate to start playing Christmas music? Friday, yesterday. I played it. I always play it in my PE class. First song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. November 1st, to me, is the day you can start playing Christmas music. I don't need kids yelling at me, we haven't even had Thanksgiving. Christmas is next month. November 1st is the date you can start playing Christmas music. You can play it right now. November 1st was yesterday. That's the day you can start playing Christmas music. Because don't tell me Christmas is next month, right? But fucking Walmart and Lowe's and Target have Christmas shit up in fucking mid-October. And you're going to yell at me for playing Christmas music November 1st. But you go to the store, the Christmas section's been up since before Halloween. That's a fact. So November 1st, the right time to start playing Mariah Carey. And this is the Mariah Carey shirt we got. We went to her concert last year in Kansas City, her Christmas concert, which I was saying was fabulous. It was great. She can still sing her ass off. She was singing. There was no lip singing. There was no back track vocals. It was her. She was singing. She did a Christmas song, and then in the middle of it, she started doing some of her old songs, and then finished off with All I Want for Christmas. That was great. I enjoyed that concert. So yeah, I got a t-shirt, and fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Mariah Carey. She's a GOAT. Better recognize November 1st is the correct date. It's the only answer. Like, if you want to play Christmas music and you want to wait, cool. But don't tell somebody that is not November 1st. It is. As soon as Halloween strikes midnight, after Halloween, you start playing Christmas music. That is fact. But that's all I got for the day. Like I said, when is the appropriate date to play Christmas music in your opinion? Mine's November 1st. So I want to see it in the comments. But that's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I'm out. Hey, get it. Let's sign FM. I'm out. Go. Enjoy the weekend.